Hello. In this presentation, we'll look at achievement goal theory. What is achievement goal theory? Achievement goal theory is motivation-oriented theory that focuses on how students achieve their goals, students deal with failure, and how they choose to engage in activities in the classroom. These ideas are based on two mindsets and two goal orientations developed by Carol Dweck. Carol Dweck is a leading professional in motivational, personality, and developmental psychology. Carol Dweck holds a PhD in psychology from Yale University, and she is currently a professor of psychology and, by courtesy, the professor of education at Stanford University. Formerly, she was professor of psychology at Columbia University and the University of Illinois, and professor of laboratory and human development at Harvard University. Dweck's research. According to Dweck, successful students demonstrate a love for learning, they seek challenges, they value effort, and they persevere in the face of setbacks. Dweck described these traits as mastery-oriented traits, which we will get into in just a little bit. Dweck's work emphasized the fostering and nurturing of the growth mindset and letting go of a fixed mindset in order to improve mastery-oriented learning. Dweck's two most important ideas for achievement goal theory are the two frameworks and the two goal theories. First, we'll start with the two frameworks for understanding intelligence. According to Dweck, people understand their competency or intelligence in two different ways. She named these mindsets the entity mindset and the incremental mindset. First, the entity framework theory. The entity framework is the fixed mindset. This mindset refers to a student's view on their own competency or intelligence as something inside them that cannot be changed. It's innate, it's something that is inside them that they cannot improve or cannot change. Student success is driven by performing better than others. While for the incremental framework theory, this is a growth mindset, and this refers to a student's view on their competency or intelligence as something that can be improved over time. It's incremental, so it can be added to as it goes. Student success is driven through self improvement. These students care about learning, they want to learn. Next, we'll look at a graphic organizer that'll help sum up the ideas and the differences between a growth mindset and a fixed mindset. The growth mindset, or the incremental mindset, looks at failure as an opportunity to grow, while the fixed mindset, or the entity, looks at failure as the limit of their abilities. It cannot get any better. This is just how it is. For the growth mindset, when they are posed with a challenge, they lean into them. They lean into challenges. Challenges help them grow. While the fixed mindset, they do not like to be challenged. Challenges are potential threats to their intelligence or their competency. Next, we'll look at the two goal orientations. Goal orientations refer to the reasons why students choose to engage in a task. These two orientations are mastery orientations and performance orientations. First, we'll look at mastery orientation. Mastery orientation is the development of competence. Students are developing competence. For example, a student tells you that she likes science and that's why she works so hard. This student is displaying mastery orientation because she wants to learn more science. She wants to master science. Mastery oriented students embrace challenges and are perseverant because they want to improve. Performance orientation demonstrates is about demonstrating competence. So a student wants to show how much more that he knows than the rest of his class. He is demonstrating his competence relative to others. Performance-oriented students tend to be more vulnerable when faced with challenges because it's threatening to their perception of themselves or their intelligence relative to others. Now let's look at our growth mindset and our fixed mindset. We know that the reasons for these students to achieve their goals is for growth mindsets, they are learners. They like to learn. That is their motivation. For fixed mindsets, They are all about looking good, showing others that they know what they're talking about. And these, in turn, are mastery orientations and performance orientations. So just a little thinking map on how to look at mastery orientation compared to a growth mindset and performance orientation compared to a fixed mindset. So a growth mindset, they like to learn, that's mastery. Fixed mindset, they like to look good, show how much they know. That's performance oriented. So let's look at performance oriented and mastery oriented subsets. These subsets are the mastery approach, mastery avoidance, performance approach, and performance avoidance. For mastery approach, this is the focus on learning as much as possible and overcoming challenges. For example, a student says that she likes science and that is why she puts a lot of effort into it. And for mastery avoidance, the focus is on working to avoid a lack of mastery or to avoid failure. So in the mastery approach, the student says she likes science, so that's why she puts all her effort into the science. She's taking an approach to it. And for example, a student tells you that she is worried that she will not be able to learn everything that she wants to know. She wants to learn in class. She is displaying a mastery avoidance because she wants to learn more, but she's worried that she will not be able to. She is trying to avoid a lack of mastery. Next, for performance orientation, the performance approach is a focus on demonstrating their ability to prove their ability relative to others. For example, a student answers questions to show the rest of the class how much he knows about a certain subject, while performance avoidance focuses on avoiding demonstrating their ability in fear that their competency relative to others is not equal. So, for example, a student that never answers questions because he is afraid that he's going to look incompetent in front of his class. Next, let's look at identifying some mindsets in the classroom. For example, when we look at skills, a student with a fixed mindset sees their skills as innate or unchanging. It's just the way it is. While a growth mindset student sees their skills as a result of hard work can always be improved. For a fixed mindset student, challenges are something to avoid. It's something that's going to make them vulnerable. It will reveal a lack of skill. While growth mindset students lean into challenges, they embrace challenges, they see challenges as an opportunity to change and improve. A fixed mindset, when looking at effort, finds effort not necessary. It's linked to not being good enough. Because they see their skill as inherent, it's innate, it's something that can't be changed. So why should they have to try? They should just be able to do it. While a growth mindset student looks at effort as essential, and that's an excellent tool that leads to mastery. For a fixed mindset student, feedback is a personal attack, or it produces defensiveness in that student. They don't want to hear what they've done wrong because what they've done should be right. And for a growth mindset student, feedback is a very useful tool. It's welcomed and it helps them identify areas where they need to improve so that they can improve their mastery of the area. A fixed mindset, when looking at setbacks, blame others. It's never their fault. They are easily discouraging and it can harm their ability to want to learn. While a growth mindset student looks at setbacks as opportunities to learn, and they focus on making changes. Finally, let's look at ways to promote growth mindset and mastery orientation in the classroom. Some ways that we can promote growth mindset is by demonstrating that mistakes are part of the learning process. We can teach perseverance and the value of challenges, use diverse teaching strategies so that all students are able to learn in the way that fits them best and find things that they like for them. The next thing we can do is give feedback that enforces the value of a growth mindset, as well as ask questions that promote self-evaluation. And finally, promote growth mindset vocabulary. In this picture to the right, we can see a whole bulletin board filled with phrases such as I'm not good at this, and then we change those into positive mindset vocabulary. So I'm not good at this turns into what am I missing? Uh, Phrases like I made a mistake turn into mistakes help me improve.